क्या बता रहे हो?
मैम कल हमारे ग्रुप के आर्ग्यूमेंट्स ऑन लॉ रह गई थी।
एक ही बच्चे का रह गया है ना?
Yes,
यस
ma'am.
मैम।
संस्कृति। हाँ, संस्कृति का रह गया है। हाँ, संस्कृति विल स्टार्ट। यू हैव टू डू बोथ। आपका क्रॉस भी तो रह गया है, संस्कृति।
Ma'am, chief examination.
चीफ रह गया है।
Yes.
क्रॉस कर लिया था?
हाँ जी.
अच्छा, क्रॉस तो पहले दूसरी साइड करना था। हाँ, चीफ और आर्ग्यूमेंट वेरी क्विकली।
Okay, Your Honor, I would like to call my second witness, Ms. Khan. Hello, Ms. Khan.
हेलो।
So, how do you feel staying in India? Hello.
सॉरी।
How do you feel staying in India?
क्या पूछा? हाउ लॉन्ग या विद whom? क्या पूछ रहे हो?
How do you feel staying in India?
हाउ लॉन्ग?
How do you feel staying in India?
हाउ डू यू फील स्टेइंग इन इंडिया, हिमांशु?
इट्स नाइस बट आई ऑल्सो मिस लंडन होम।
Okay. So, who was with you on the plane?
रोहन एंड डैडी।
Who was there to receive you at the airport?
माय ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स।
Okay. Uh, Tell us who helps you with your studies.
माय मदर।
Do you love your parents?
यस।
Who do you love the most, mama or daddy?
बोथ।
Where do you want to live? In London with mama or in India with daddy?
बोथ।
Do you have a best friend?
यस रोहन। वी टुगेदर गोज टू स्कूल इन लंडन एंड नाउ हियर also.
Okay. So, do you know anyone by the name Ajay Khanna?
Yes, Ajay uncle, mama's friend.
Okay. Is he your friend?
No, he's mama's friend. He's Ajay uncle.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions.
ओके, आर्ग्यूमेंट्स।
So, Your Honor, I would like to bring in knowledge of the scope. The common aspects of the International Child Abduction Bill 2016 is acquainted with the point that secure the insight and return. Sorry. Insight return of the child wrongfully evacuated to or held in the contracting state. To guarantee that privileges of care and access under the law one contracting state are regarded in other contracting states and to build up general authority and for issues associated therewith or incidental thereto. With this, I would like to refer to the 7 judgments referring to section 7, 11, 13, and 17 of the Cartoons and Watch Act 1890, where in Bimla Yadav was in Bimla Yadav versus Subhash Chandra Yadav 1992, and also in Elizabeth Dinshaw versus Arvind M. Dinshaw 1987, welfare of the minor child is a paramount consideration in the appointment of guardian. The term
Which
guardian,
courts? Which courts?
ma'am, from Bimla Devi Subhash Chandra Yadav, and also from the like it's collectively have written.
Which court? Which court have given this judgment?
Supreme Court.
Who was supposed to answer this? To whom did I ask the question?
Sanskriti.
It's not a class which is happening, no? It's an exam which is happening. Continue, Sanskriti.
Where the welfare of the minor child is a paramount consideration in the appointment of guardian. The term guardian has to be taken in the widest possible sense. It has to be measured not only in terms of money and physical comfort, but also should include moral and ethical welfare of the child. Welfare of the child depends on the facts and circumstances of each particular case. Okay, same as Aboy Naidu versus Sundara 1989. In the case of dispute between the mother and the father for the custody of the child, the court is expected to strike is just and proper balance between the requirements of the welfare of the minor child and the rights of the parents over the minor child. The court should also take into account the preference of the minor child to stay with either or grandparent of if he is old enough to form an opinion. But in the present scenario, the children have not attained the maturity level enough to form their own decision as to stay with whom, as they are not capable of choosing any one of the sides in their examination sheet so far. And as a witness, as mentioned earlier, baby Muskan said to clutching the hands of the respondent, who was constantly comforting her in the courtroom, hence proves that the respondent is full of genuine love and affection for her children, and who can be safely trusted to look after them, educate them, and attend in every possible way their proper upbringing as they are growing up and needs constant attention of their mother. Also in Bimla Devi versus Subhash Chandra Yadav, 1992, where the court should be guided by the sole consideration of welfare of the minor, and the welfare of the minor in each case depends on the fact circumstances of each particular case. Father is the natural guardian of the minor, so is the mother. The rule that father should get custody of the child is always subject to exception and not universally applicable.
Under which law? Under which law the mother is the natural guardian?
One section, sorry, 11, section 7.
Which legislation? Continue. Continue, conclude.
Uh, I will bring knowledge of the court that if one parent chooses to take children and restrict the other parent from taking the children, there is no law against in India. The only option left for the later is to go to the court and fight a battle. It could last a decade if they are lucky. And in our case, the respondent who is a mother who has to report back her job next week and who just came here to take her children that were brought here illegally without knowledge and violating the law of the court of London shall be granted to go back with her. In my final conclusion, if my client today is restrained from taking the children back to London, the petitioner would gain an advantage by his wrongdoing, and that would encourage the tendency of the sudden and unauthorized removal of the children from one country to another, which is far too frequent nowadays in India. That's all.
Okay, next team. Good.
Madam, before starting, I would like to have give an introduction of the case with your permission.
No, we don't have time.
Sure, madam.
Okay. Your Honor, the council would seek permission to call upon Mr. Raj Malhotra. Mr. Raj, please identify yourself for the record of the court.
My name is Raj Malhotra and I am a divorcee. I am a resident of New Delhi. Earlier, I was staying in London.
What is your relationship with Shivani?
Shivani is my ex-wife. We met during our MBA course in London. We married 9 years ago and have 2 children, but we are divorced now.
Why did you get divorced?
The main reason for divorce was the incompatibility between both of us. We were not able to live in the society of each other in the same house, and that led to frequent arguments and fights in the house. That's why we got divorced.
Tell us about the custody arrangements between you and your ex-wife.
The custody arrangements were such that Shivani was given the custody rights of both the children, and I was given the visitation right only on weekends. It was also said by the court that we both be paying equally for the maintenance and education of our children.
Tell the court what happened on January 3rd.
On January 3rd, around, I got to know that my father, who is in Delhi, was ill and was hospitalized. So, and around the same time, around 3rd of January, I got to know that Shivani has started a living relationship with Ajay Khanna, and she has started living in the same house, in the house of Ajay Khanna, with and also took both the children to the house of Ajay Khanna.
Okay. How did you respond to it?
Later on, I decided, after knowing that my father got ill, I decided to go to India and meet my father. And I also, since I was very much concerned about my children, I took them with me.
Okay, you left for India. Why didn't you leave them behind? What were the reasons?
I didn't left my children behind in London because I believe that it would not be in the welfare of the children to remain with their mother and Ajay.
Did you inform the court since it was the order? Did you inform their mother?
No, I didn't inform Shivani and the court,
Issue,
but
issue. Did he mention anything about taking permission of the court?
Okay, did you inform their mother?
no, I didn't inform Shivani because I knew that she will not allow me to take the kids with me, both the children with me.
Okay, what followed your coming to India?
When I came back to India, my kids are living in with me with my parents, their grandparents. They are making beautiful memories in India, and later on I have filed a petition for the custody of both of my children in the court.
Who is looking after your kids since you are with them in India?
Generally, I look after my kids, but in the case if I'm not there, my parents look after the kids. My father usually plays cricket with Rohan, the big one, and my mother prepares lunch and food for both of them.
Okay, how do you feel about bringing them here? Like, how do you feel about your actions?
I regret my action and particularly violating the court order of the London court. But I was very much concerned about my kids' welfare. I was concerned that my both the children would witness inappropriate situations while staying with Mr. Ajay. And since particularly I love my children a lot, I was worried about their upbringing in that environment.
That would be all, Your Honor.
Ross,
The respondent counsel seeks permission to cross-examine Mr. Raj Malhotra.
have I called you for cross itself?
Hmm?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Uh, my first question to you, Mr. Raj Malhotra, is how long have you been married with Mrs. Shivani Malhotra before the divorce? How long
Is
have
this a
you?
question? No. Is this a question in dispute?
No, ma'am.
Then why ask?
Okay.
I'm
So my
married.
next,
I was married in 2011.
okay. So my next question is, can I say that your relationship with Mrs. Shivani Malhotra is shower and not on good terms? Can I say
Yes.
that your relationship is shower? Yes. Uh,
No, no.
uh,
What did you say? Is shower and is not in?
Not on good terms.
Yes, that is why we got divorced.
Okay. I suggest that since your relationship is sour, you try to take the revenge and plan to separate the children from her. Okay. My next question is, can I say that Mrs. Shivani Malhotra, being a single mother, has been granted the custody of both the children by the court? Yes or no?
Yes, not disputed.
Okay.
Yes.
Point to be noted, my Iran. But still, you try to separate the children from her for your selfishness and interest violating the order of the London court. Okay. My next question is, do you love your children, Mr. Raj Malhotra, and wish for their
Yes.
welfare and betterment? Yes.
Yes.
But still, you try to make them leave their study in the middle of the academic session from London in that school. Okay. My
No,
next
they are
question is,
studying here in Delhi in a very good school.
Okay, but why did you? But still, you left them in the middle of academic session, right? Okay, my next question is: as per the terms of the Decree of London Court, you were being only allowed to take the custody of the children on weekends, and that too in UK only. And you were not allowed to take the children outside the UK without the previous permission of that court. Do you agree with this? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, I suggest that you don't have respect for the order of the court, and so you are not considered to be a suitable guardian to be given the custody of the children. My
I
next
regret that.
question, my next question to you is: even if you have booked the flight for Saturday on the pretext of illness of your father, but you didn't thought of informing to Mrs. Shivani once about the same, yes or no?
No, I didn't inform that.
Okay. I suggest that you took up the story of your father's illness to leave London permanently and taking unlawfully your children by violating the order of the London Court. Okay. My next question to you is:
Jay, this is not a
because
question. This is not a stage of making submissions. You have to just ask
okay,
the
ma'am.
questions. Conclusions are not to be drawn at this point of time.
Okay, ma'am. I'll just ask the question. Uh, Mr. Raj Malhotra, is it true that your father come to receive you at the airport?
Yes.
Okay. Um, Point to be noted, Your Honor. So, Mr. Raj Malhotra, do you agree with this that every growing up child needs a constant attention of their mother?
No.
Every growing up child don't need the constant attention of her mother.
Both are required, and not only mother.
If they are divorced, then okay. My next question to you is: can I say that you find it very difficult to know about Mr. Ajay Khanna and his good relationship with your children? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Yes, I don't find it difficult.
Then why did you take the children out from their custody? You were jealous of him because he was giving in them fatherly love, right? Mm.
No.
That's all. That's all, you know, Your Honor. And no further
Second
questions.
witness. Second witness.
जनाब, आपकी परमिशन चाहिए थी रोहन का चीफ के लिए.
Please.
शुक्रिया. रोहन, अपना नाम बताओ प्लीज.
मेरा नाम रोहन राज मल्होत्रा है.
यहाँ कहाँ रहते हो आप?
यहाँ मैं पापा के घर में रहता हूँ दिल्ली में, दादी दादू के साथ और अपनी बहन के साथ.
अच्छा, यहाँ पे आपकी स्टडीज कैसी चल रही हैं?
अच्छी चल रही है. हम नए स्कूल में भी जाते हैं, मैं और मेरी सिस्टर. दोस्त भी बन गए हमारे.
ओके. तो यहाँ इंडिया दिल्ली में आपका कौन ध्यान रखता है?
मेरी ग्रैंड मदर मेरा ध्यान रखती है और मेरे ग्रैंड फादर भी.
अच्छा, आपको अपने दादा दादी कैसे लगते हैं?
अच्छे लगते हैं, वो बहुत ध्यान रखते हैं, हमेशा साथ में होते हैं, ध्यान रखते हैं हमारा.
ओके. अच्छा, आपकी हॉबीज क्या क्या हैं?
मेरी हॉबीज है क्रिकेट और पेंटिंग और स्विमिंग.
क्रिकेट खेलता कोई आपके साथ?
हाँ, पापा क्रिकेट खेलते हैं साथ में हमेशा. ग्रैंड फादर भी खेलते हैं.
अच्छा, आप जब इंडिया आए तो उससे पहले आप लंदन में कहाँ रहते थे?
अजय अंकल के घर पे.
अजय अंकल के घर पे रह रहे थे. अच्छा, कौन है ये अजय अंकल?
मम्मी के दोस्त है.
अच्छा, यहाँ पे आपको किसके साथ रहना है? यहाँ किसके साथ रहता था? घर पे पापा के साथ या फिर जैसे मम्मी के साथ वापस?
दोनों के साथ रहना.
दोनों के साथ रहना. शुक्रिया जनाब.
Ross.
पृथ्वी जी, आपका म्यूटेड है.
हेलो रोहन.
हेलो अंकल.
रोहन बेटा.
जी अंकल.
रोहन.
जी.
अभी में से जी अंकल बोल रहे हैं रोहन.
आवाज नहीं आ रही. रोहन,
जी अंकल।
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
हेलो।
इशू थोड़ा जोर से बोलो।
सॉरी, हेलो, यस मैम।
हेलो रोहन,
जी अंकल।
हाउ आर बेटा?
गुड अंकल।
Who is else is staying with you?
My grandfather, my grandmother, my father, and my sister.
Do your grandparents looking after you?
Yeah, they look after me very well.
But he is not well.
No, he's fine.
Does he go to doctor?
No.
Rohan beta, when you reached in India with your father and sister from London, who came to receive you?
My grandfather and his family.
And at
My
what time?
family.
At that time, your grandfather was well or unwell?
He was fine, but he's very old.
Point to be noted, my lord.
Very old.
Beta, what are your hobbies?
Cricket, painting, and swimming.
Do you know anyone by name of Ajay Khanna?
Yes, Ajay uncle is Mama's friend.
Who is he?
He's Mama's friend.
Is Ajay uncle is nice to you?
Yeah, he's also fine. He brings me gifts.
Okay, my lord. Point to be noted. Uh, do you miss your mom?
I like staying here. I miss daddy in London.
My question is, do you miss your mom?
I miss both.
I'm not asking both. I'm asking you, do you miss your mom?
No.
Objection,
No.
जनाब.
क्या ऑब्जेक्शन है?
हैरेस किया जा रहा है बच्चे को.
Your Honor, I'm asking a simple question. Do you miss your mom?
Yeah, the child has given the answer.
Do you want to live with your mom?
I like staying in here in India.
Okay, Your Honor. That's all.
Witness on respondent side.
The respondent counsel seeks permission from the court to keep examining Mrs. Shivani Malhotra.
Please.
Yes, Mrs. Shivani Malhotra, please introduce yourself to the court.
Your Honor, this is Shivani Malhotra, a British citizen, origin by Gujarat origin, and resident of London. I am working woman in London. Mr. Raj Malhotra is my ex-husband. I have two children. One is Master Rohan, who is 8-year-old, and another is Muskan, who is 6-year-old.
Okay. Tell something about your past relationship with Mr. Raj Malhotra prior to your divorce.
Your Honor, differences had arisen between us right from the beginning of the marriage, primarily due to the incompatibility. The friction between grew up, particularly after the birth of the two children. Fed up with the frequent arguments and fight at home, we got our marriage dissolved by the decree of the divorce on January 10, 2 years ago.
How many children do you have and who have been granted their custody after divorce?
Your Honor, I have two children. One is Mr. Master Rohan, who is a 8-year-old, and another is baby Muskan, who is 6-year-old. Your Honor, in terms of the said degree, petitioner duly returned to the children to the London court has given degree of divorce, in which he has given us permanent custody of the child and temporary custody to the Mr. Raj Malhotra from 10 a.m. on Saturday to 8 p.m. on Sunday.
Please describe as to what has happened on the day of 11th January and what did you do next?
Your Honor, In terms of the set degree, the petitioner duly returned to the children to the respondent when he took them from the weekend custody. The children had gone to weekend custody to the petitioner and were to be returned to her on January 11 at 8 p.m. Your Honor, when the children did not return frantically, I tried to contact with the petitioner many times, but Mr. Raj Malhotra did not reply. Then I went to the Raj Malhotra's home, where from his neighbors I got information that Raj Malhotra with the children went to India from London. Then after I also tried many times to contact to the Raj Malhotra, but I was unable to get any response.
Okay. So when did you got to know about the interlocutory orders of the Guardian Court Delhi?
Your Honor, I have received last week a summons from the court of the Guardian Judge Delhi, enclosing a copy of the application of the petitioner seeking and guardianship of the two children, Master Rohan and Baby Muskan. A copy of the interlocutory application seeking to restrain order forbidding the respondent from the removing the children from the custody of the petitioner.
What do you think is the reason behind booking of sudden flight by the petitioner on 11th January?
Your Honor, reason to believe that petitioner's father was not unwell, as stated by petitioner in his application, and that had cooked up the story about the father's illness, merely to justify his sudden flight from London.
Okay. Tell something about your custody orders and its rules as per the court.
Your Honor, as per decree of the divorce on January 10, 2 years ago passed by London court, the minor children would remain in mother's custody with the father's temporary custody from 10 a.m. on Saturday to 8 p.m. Sunday. Decree further directed that the parties seeking to take children out of the United Kingdom would have to apply for the permission from the London court.
Okay. Do you know Mr. Ajay Khanna?
Yes, Your Honor, he is my best friend, and I am living with him.
Please describe his relationship with your children.
Your Honor, Mr. Khanna is a very good person. He loves my children, and I also. Relationship of Ajay Khanna as my children is very nice. He gives fatherly love to the children.
That's all you know.
Raj,
Shivani, you and Raj Malhotra were directed to contribute equally for the maintenance of your children. Has he ever defaulted in paying it?
No,
Is it correct that Mr. Raj always complied with orders of the court regarding visitation rights till January 10th?
he did not comply.
Till January 10th, he did comply, right?
Yes,
You recently did you recently get into a live-in relationship with Ajay Khanna?
yes,
So you were not in a relationship when the court granted you the custody?
sorry.
You were not in a relationship with any person when the court granted you the custody?
After granting custody, I am in a relationship.
Okay. So is there a possibility that the decree could have been different if this was the case?
Sorry.
Is there a possibility that the decree would have been different if this was the case that is today?
May be different.
Did you inform their father that the children will stay with your boyfriend before taking them with you?
Yes, everyone know.
You informed him before taking them with you?
Yes,
Ms. Shivani, do you agree that children at such tender age require undivided attention and stability to grow?
Yes, I think so.
Yes. Given your new relationship and work life, will you be able to give them the required attention?
Sure, because Ajay Khanna is also has a family, and their
Ajay
my
Khanna,
children got a grandparent. They are looking after very nicely.
yeah, the
So
grandparent stay in India, ma'am. Exactly my
yes,
point. Could there be any possibility of embarrassing situations between for your kids because of your live-in relationship?
no,
Do we know the grandparents on the mother side live in India?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you say that the grandparents live in India?
Ma'am, the grandparents of the kids, the father's parents.
The maternal grandparents are also grandparents.
No, no, it
She's
does.
talking about her parents.
Okay, okay.
Madam, the fact sheet is silent on this.
That is okay. Okay, it's okay. I misunderstood. I'm sorry. Okay. Could there be any possibility of embarrassing situations between you and your kids because of your live-in relationship?
no.
Okay. Uh, did Raj let you meet the children for several hours in Delhi when you came here?
Yes, I meet several hours.
Okay. Didn't he tell you that he'll let you meet them when you come here again, like whenever you visit Delhi?
Yes, they are feeling very much loneliness because
That should be
our
all, ma'am.
children
Thank you.
are
Thank you.
missing us. My children are missing me.
Thank you. That should be all.
Second evidence, second witness evidence.
मुस्कान आएगी. Hello, beta Muskan.
Hello, uncle.
How are you, beta?
I'm good.
You go to school or not here?
Yes,
Do you like this school?
yes,
Do you like to stay here in India?
yes, but I also miss my London home.
Janab,
Who?
objection. Leading questions.
Yes, all the questions are leading so far. If you're not supposed to ask leading questions in in examination in chief.
Is he? Sorry. Do you know, beta Ajay Khanna?
Yes, Ajay uncle.
Is he nice to you?
Yes, he was very nice to me.
Who loves you more, mom or dad?
Both.
Do you want to live with your mother?
Yes,
All your questions are framed in a manner which is called leading questions. You're not supposed to ask leading questions.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Uh,
Rephrase your questions.
that's all, ma'am.
Cross.
हेलो मुस्कान.
hello.
क्या आपके पापा यहाँ पे आपके साथ टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं?
हाँ, आपको.
और आपके ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स प्यार करते हैं, आपकी केयर करते हैं?
हाँ, ग्रैंडपेरेंट्स भी हमारी केयर करते हैं.
अच्छा, आपको अच्छा लगता है यहाँ इंडिया में पापा और ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स के साथ रहने में?
अच्छा लगता है, बस मैं लंदन में भी मिस करती हूँ.
अच्छा, आपको जो आपके स्कूल में नए स्कूल में आपके पापा ने एडमिशन कराया वो अच्छा लगता है आपको? अच्छा स्कूल है?
हाँ,
आपके दोस्त भी हैं वहाँ पे?
हाँ, राधिका एमबीबीएस.
अच्छा, आपको यहाँ पे ज़्यादा अच्छा लगेगा अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स के साथ रहने में या वहाँ पे लंदन में जहाँ पे आप पहले रहते थे डे केयर में?
वहाँ पे लंदन में.
डे केयर में.
ठीक है.
अच्छा, दिल्ली अच्छा लगता है, इंडिया अच्छा लगता है?
दोनों ही अच्छा है, लंदन भी दिल्ली भी।
लंदन में। ओके बेटा।
Arguments on petition side.
Your Honor, the circumstances under which the respondent was granted the custody of the children are really different from what they are today. Now she is in a live-in relationship, and although she has mentioned in a statement that she will ensure that the children do not witness any inappropriate or
Issue, you have to refer to the testimonies to make a statement of fact that this fact has been proved.
Ma'am, I am coming to that. Yeah. So although she's mentioned that she will avoid any embarrassing situation, and in her cross also she cannot clearly deny that this will not be the case. The kids are of a tender age, but they would also understand that their mother is living with some other man, and that would definitely affect them mentally and emotionally. The petitioner in para 6 line 9 has mentioned that he undertakes to provide for maintenance and education of the children. In fact, it has been proved that they have started to settle and get stable here. They go to a reputed school. Their grandparents and their father spend time with them also. The children have also mentioned in their statements that they're being taken care of, and they have even made friends here. Master Rohan has specifically said that he likes staying here. His father loves him. He plays cricket with him, and that he also misses this in London. Baby Muskan has said that she's being taken care of, and she also likes her school and friends. Uh, the council emphasizes that the petitioner stays with his parents, who are the family of the children as well, and they are competent and even experienced to take care of the children. The respondent has mentioned in her statement that baby Muskan is a growing girl and she needs constant attention in para 6 line 5. But the respondent has also said that she's a single mother who's in a live-in relationship and has made no mention of any extended family or any other person who can take care of them in her absence in London. Given the situation of the respondent, it can be made that she would not be able to give undivided attention to the kids, and that especially that they're in need of. Although the children have mentioned in their statements that Ajay Khanna is nice to them, and that even their mother has mentioned in para 6 line 4 that Ajay Khanna is fond of children and gives them fatherly love. But they are kids, and obviously being children, they would like any person who would bring them chocolates and presents, and it does not mean that any person can be given to stay with the kids. This does not even prove that the children want to stay with him. Neither does it prove that he's even giving them the fatherly love that they want. Your Honor, the petitioner has accepted that he has violated the consent decree of London Court. He has expressed his regret for the same in his chief as well. The council submits that the emphasis here should be put on the reasons that the petitioner has given for such violations. He is a responsible, concerned father. He is a natural guardian of the children. When he got to know about the live-in relationship, his major concern was the fact that the well-being of the children. He did all he could to protect them and to ensure their welfare. The council hopes that the court understands that in case of custody, the welfare of the children is the priority and not the legal rights of the guardians. It is also well accepted that wrongdoing should not be promoted. But given the case, it is to ensure the interest of the children, and that is to be emphasized by the council also. Therefore, I humbly pray that the court accepts the interlocutory application and lets the children stay in the custody of the petitioner, and also restrain the respondent from taking the kids with him.
Arguments on law.
Your Honor, this case can be very well summarized in two issues. The first can be the welfare of the children, that is of the utmost importance, and the second, as being raised by the respondent, is the jurisdiction of the Indian courts. So, coming to the very first point, is the welfare of the children. Your Honor, the council would like to seek attention of the court to an English case of 1966, where the Court of Appeal of London category held that the substitution of self-help for due process of law in this field of taking a child from one country to another can only harm the interest of what generally, and the judge should, as I see it, pay regard to the orders of the proper foreign court unless he is satisfied beyond reasonable doubt that to do so would inflict serious harm on the child. This quotation of the English court was very well upheld by the Indian Supreme Court in the case of Arvind Dinshaw and Elizabeth Dinshaw of the year 1980. In that particular case, also the court was faced with the same situation, but the facts were very much different. But the ratio can be very well decided in this case also. Your Honor, an English case of
What is the difference in the facts?
Your Honor, the case of Elizabeth and Arvind, uh, there was no scene of a living relationship as being is in this instant case. The mother was not in a living relationship, and the court granted the decree of taking back the child back to the USA. But in this instant case, the grounds are very much different. So the court has to emphasize its opinion so that there is no harm on the welfare of the child. In then another English case of Carnot versus Carnot of 1961, the court was faced with a similar situation in which the mother took the custody of the boy from Italy to England for a permanent settlement there. So the judge, Justice Buckley, made a statement. Even when where a foreign court has made an order on the merits, that is same in our case that the London court has made an arrest warrant against my client, which is not the which is because the only order which has been made was a consent order without any investigation on the merits of the Italian court. That domestic court before whom the matter comes is bound to consider what is in the best interest of the infant, and although the order of the foreign court will be attended to as one of the circumstances to be taken into account, it is not conclusive one way or to the other. How much stronger must the duty of this court be to entertain the case where the foreign court has not made any order based on any investigation of the case on its merit? In order, we need to see that thus in this instant case, the London court has only granted has issued a warrant only on the summary procedure followed, but there was no due process of investigation being done. So, for an Indian court, for the domestic court to consider this instant case, the court has to follow proper investigation and primarily has to look for the welfare of the child as its paramount importance. In order, the council would also like to emphasize on the second issue that has been raised by the respondent itself, is the jurisdiction of the Indian court to entertain this petition. Your Honor, the council would like to emphasize on the case of Sarita Sharma versus Sushil Sharma, decided in the year of 2000 by Honorable Supreme Court. The court very categorically mentioned about the Hague Conventions of 1980, in which it has been decided with the signatories of the countries, to which the India is not a signatory yet. Only 69 countries are signatory. So coming to the point when the child has been a non-convention countries are concerned, which is the present case. The India is a non-signatory to the convention. The law is that the court in the country to which the child is removed will consider the question on merits, bearing the welfare of the child as of paramount importance, and consider the order of the foreign court as only a factor to be taken into consideration. So, Your Honor, in this instant case, the much emphasis should be made on the welfare of the court with disregarding the order of the foreign court that has been issued by the London Court of the warrant. The council humbly prays that the court should decide this application in the favor of the petitioner. So that must be of paramount importance for the welfare of the children as well. Thank you.
Arguments on respondent side?
Your Honor, the facts of the case is that couple got married in London around 9 years back and have been blessed with 2 children. A boy is 8 years and a girl is 6 years.
Your voice is not coming out clear, Jaya.
Am I audible now? Hello? Hello?
Speak up.
Am I audible now?
Speak up a little. Volume increase karo.
Okay. The crisis arose between them and they decided to get divorced from each other after 9 years of their marriage. And while passing the divorce decree, the London Court awarded the custody of both the children.
Your voice is not coming out clear.
Hello.
Yeah, speak clearly.
Okay. And while passing the divorce decree, the London Court awarded the custody of both the children to my client and allowed the petitioner to have them only on weekends past 10 a.m. Saturday till 8 p.m. Sunday. But on 11th January, that is Sunday, the petitioner taking undue advantage of his temporary custody flew away with children from London to Delhi and failed to return the children to his family. And upon further inquiry from his neighbors, my client got to know that he left for India, and accordingly, on 19 January, my client applied to the London court for the warrant of arrest against the petitioner on the ground of unlawful taking and restraining the children outside the United Kingdom. In the meantime, the petitioner approached the Court of Guardianship Delhi and brought successfully in written part the ex parte interim restraining order against the respondent. Your Honor, the custody of both the children are an issue in this case, and it should be vested with the party having previous custody of it. So I kindly request the Honorable Court to decide the interlocutory application filed by the petitioner in the favor of respondent and grant the custody of children to the respondent. It will be in the best interest and welfare of the children that they should go back to the United Kingdom and continue their education there under the custody and guardianship of their mother, to whom such custody and guardianship have been entrusted by a competent court in that country. The respondent, who is the mother, is full of genuine love, affection for the child, and she can safely trust it to look after them, educate them, and attention every possible way to their proper upbringing. Further, I would like to support my arguments based on some facts and oral testimonies of witnesses to prove that the petitioner is not a suitable person for the custody of the children. The first point is, the London Court, while granting the custody of children, had directed categorically that for taking the children outside the United Kingdom, the parties need to take prior permission of the court, but the petitioner failed to do so and did not obey the directions of the court. So this fact has been proved by the testimony of Mr. Raj Malhotra himself, agreeing that the petitioner, Mr. Raj Malhotra, had brought the children to India without the permission of the London Court. The second point is, it has also been proved by the testimony of the children that even though he claimed that his father was ill, but the same father did come to the airport to receive the children. The third point is, further, Mr. Raj Malhotra didn't even care to inform my client once about his sudden flight. This fact proves that how irresponsible person he is and cannot be trusted with the custody of the children. The fourth point is the fact that baby Muskan is a growing up girl and so she needs the motherly care and attention most. Also insist on making the decision in favor of my client. This fact proves that she needs her mother more than her father. The fifth point is the children were enrolled in a school in London but are presently losing out on their studies as they have been shifted to a whole new place which is a new country for them, which makes not only difficult for the children to adapt with the changed environment, it also disturbs their routine life, which is very essential for the school-going children. These factors that it would distract them from their studies for long, and they are suggested to join their school in London as soon as possible. The sixth point is the fact that petitioner had cooked up a false story of his father's illness to justify a sudden flight from London. The testimony of children proves that the petitioner is a liar and his lies leaves a very bad impact on the mental health of growing children and hence cannot be trusted for his testimony anymore. Your Honor, it is a well-established fact as of now the contrary act of Mr. Raj Malhotra of taking the children from the custody of Mrs. Shivani Malhotra, to whom it has been entrusted by the Court of London, undoubtedly was reprehensible and explanation of the same is far from convincing and does not justify the contempt of Court of London. Thus, the presence of Master Rohan and Baby Muscani in India is the result of an illegal act, and the petitioner, who is guilty of the said act, cannot claim any advantage by stating that he has already put the children to some school in the middle of an academic year for their welfare, as they were going to the school in London and are presently losing out on their studies. The children are not taking those changes granted and are still accustomed to the conditioning environment of the place of their origin until now with home. The conduct of petitioner has not been such as to inspire confidence that he is a fit and suitable person to be entrusted with the custody and guardianship of the children for the present, as they are growing up and need constant attention of their mother, as it can be witnessed that baby Muskan sat throughout clutching the hands of the respondent, who was constantly comforting her in the courtroom. Thus, it will be in the best interest of the children that they should go back with their mother to London and continue their as wards of the concerned court. Your Honor, in my final submission, based on the above proved facts and oral testimonies of the witness, I would humbly submit to the Honorable Court that the custody of both the children should be granted to the respondent, Ms. Shivani Malhotra. That's all, Your Honor.
Second argument on law.
Your Honor, counsel seeks permission to argument on law. Your Honor, this case is more inclined to the welfare of the child other than legal provision. According to law, the Guardian and Ward Act 1890, Section 7, power of the court to make order to the guardianship. Section 7, subclause 1, where the court is satisfied that it is for the welfare of the minor that order should be made. Subclause A, appointing a guardian of his person or property or both. Subclause B, declaring a person to be such a guardian, the court may make on order accordingly. Your Honor, a landmark case, Mrs. Elizabeth Dinsa versus Arvind Dinsa and NR, Honorable Supreme Court, while awarding degree of divorce to the couple, the degree also directed that mother shall be the care, custody and control of the minor child until he reaches the age of 18 years. In this case, court said that the welfare of the any minor will be better in the mother's custody than the father. Your Honor, in the case of Soli Hatti versus Somnath Das, 2007, 2019, 7 SS 490, Honorable High Court, while taking decision regarding the custody or other issues pertaining to the child, welfare of the child is the paramount consideration. Here, mother can look after the children best possible way other than the father on their tender age. So, Your Honor, in the case of Rosie Jacob versus Jacob A. Chakkamakal, 1973, 1 SSC 840, Honorable Supreme Court directed that object and purpose of the Guardian and Ward Act 1890 is not merely physical custody of the minor, but due protection of the rights of the wards, health, maintenance, and education. In considering the question of the welfare of the minor, due regard has, of course, to be given the rights of the father as a natural guardian, but if the custody of father is not promote the welfare of the children, court may refuse such guardianship. Your Honor, in this case, Honorable Supreme Court has given his direction to the custody of the children to be in mother. Your Honor, in the case of the Surinder Kaur Sandhu versus Harbaksh Singh Sandhu in 1984, 3 SCC 698. Honorable Supreme Court.
Why in the present dispute, custody should be given to mother?
Because
how will that better serve the best interest of the children?
Your Honor, because her mother, that is respondent, is a working woman. She can look after the children in the best possible because they are in tender age, and a mother can very best good way to look after their children. That's why, Your Honor, mother will be the good look after of their children. In this case also, this has been already proved. Your Honor, in the case of Surinder Kaur Sandhu versus Harbaksh Singh Sandhu in 1984 case also it was similar case in where Honorable Supreme Court also directed that Section 6 of the Hindu Minority Guardianship Act 1956 constitute father as a natural guardian of a minor son, but the provision cannot be supersede the paramount consideration as to what is conducive to welfare of the minor. In this case, Supreme Court also said that the best welfare of the children of their minor child will be in the hand of the woman, that is mother. In this case, Honorable Supreme Court also given the custody rights to the woman, that is her mother. So this case is similar to the Suvinder Singh Kaur versus Harbaksh Singh Sandhu case. Your Honor, in original jurisdiction, writ petition number 270 of 1986, Honorable Supreme Court Judge Balakrishnan Eradi, immediately on the conclusion of hearing of the argument in the above petition on June 11, 1986, he given his order. In his order he told that we allow writ petition and direct the minor boy to restore forth with the custody of the mother, with the liberty to take him to.
What were the facts?
Your Honor, in this fact, the petitioner, a citizen of United States of America residing in Michigan, was married to the first respondent, an Indian citizen who, after marriage, settled down in United States. Secured employment. A male child was born, a couple in America. Differences arose between them, and petitioner, along with her son, took up separate residence. He filed petition on divorce on the circuit court to the Sangyanu, Michigan. He granted a degree holding that he had the breakdown of the marriage relationship and declared marriage as dissolved. The decree also directed that the petitioner shall have care, custody, and control of the minor child until he reached the age of 18 years. In this case also, court clearly said that till the 18 years old, the child will be custody.
Yeah, but that is always dependent on the facts of the case.
Your Honor, is the same case.
How does that help us?
Here, Rohan is 8 years old and Muskan is also 6 years old.
But courts do not grant custody till 18 years of age in all cases. It's always decided on the merits of the case.
Yes, Honor. A lot of I have seen that in many cases, Supreme Court has given custody to the mother. That's why this case is similar to the other cases. That's why I humble request to the court to custody of the children to the respondent. That's all, my lord.
Okay.
Thanks, my
Next team, get ready. Jyoti, Vinay, Karan, and Mayank.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Okay, we got everybody. Yeah. Start. We're starting, Jyoti?
Yes, ma'am.
Start.
I request my first witness, Mr. Raj, to approach the podium if Your Honor permits.
Yeah.
Mr. Raj, would you please identify yourself for the records of the court?
My name is Raj Malhotra. I have done MBA from London. Right now, I'm living in New Delhi with my parents and my two kids, Rohan and Muskan.
How long have you been married to Ms. Shivani?
We were married for about 7 years. We got married in London on 15th January 2011 and got divorced on 10th January 2018.
Tell us about your marital life with the respondent.
Our marriage used to be good, at least from my side, although differences arose between us later on. We had arguments and fights at home because of our temper issues. But I never thought of getting divorced from Shivani and separation from my love, Rohan and Muskan. I always wanted to give our marriage a second
What is
chance.
the
I,
relevance of this information to the present case?
Ma'am, the relevance is that the respondent, Ms. Shivani, has temper issues, so which we will further elaborate.
Is it part of the facts?
No, ma'am.
Yeah,
She's
Mr.
got
Rohan,
temper issues.
yeah,
No, ma'am.
Master Rohan has
It's not
stated that
mentioned
she
in
hit
fact.
you once.
Yeah, but you're asking about the married life.
It's
Yeah,
not
so the
mentioned.
What is
married
the
life.
relevance
Why
of the
the
married
different?
life? What is
Why
the
the
relevance
different
of married
divorce?
life in the present case? These are established fact that they had differences and they divorced.
Okay. So we are establishing that the respondent has anger issues, and that is the reason the respondent took the divorce from our client, Mr. Raj Malhotra. Not the
Is
client. The
it
divorce was
no
not.
no no? Is it part of the facts? Has anybody stated that he took divorce because of anger issues of Shivani?
No.
Then this is not your pleadings. This is not part of your pleadings.
Okay. Okay.
Continue.
Further, yeah.
I always wanted to give our marriage a second chance, as I love my children unconditionally.
Mr. Raj, why did you not give your marriage a second chance?
I always loved Shivani. I never disrespected Shivani and her decisions. I was okay with the separation as long as I was allowed to meet my children on weekends, and by that I also get a chance to see Shivani once in a week. I was very happy with that. But later I
Objection.
got to know that she had
Ma'am,
started a
relevance.
live-in relationship with the divorcee
Relevancy of the question.
Ajay Khanna. I was shocked and disheartened. After just 1 year and some months of our divorce, she started a live-in relationship with Ajay, and that was not my problem. But the problem was she took my children to reside with him, with her at his home, and that was not and she was not even bothered to inform me about that. After all this, do you still think any scope of a second chance?
Why did you take your children along with you to India when you knew that the respondent has the custody?
Any father cannot see his children staying with an unknown man. I was with Shivani in all her decisions, but not this time. If she wants to trust that man, she certainly can, but I cannot leave my children with him.
Mr. Raj, can you tell the court why are you asking for the custody now, as the custody is already given to your wife by the London court?
Because Rohan is my son and Muskan is my daughter, and I'm worried about them because I love them. I know that loving someone unconditionally is a terrible thing to do, as that love can make you cross all your limits. I have already lost Shivani, who is happy in her life. I cannot afford to lose my children now. It is very hard for me to see my wife with another man, and I cannot bear the pain of separation from my children. I do not think I should be punished for loving my children unconditionally. My children need me, not that strange man who is in their mother's life. I'm not saying they do not need their mother, but I really believe they need me more. I was with them for almost 4 to 6 years and suddenly got separated from them. I have I have no idea how people believe that fathers are emotionally strong and can bear the pain of separation from their child. I've experienced that, and believe me or not, no pain is greater than this. And this is my only opportunity to get my children back.
That will be all. No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Raj, are you Indian citizen? Yes, Honor.
Yes,
And you married Miss Shivani in London, am I right?
yes, yes,
And your marriage was dissolved because of incompatibility between you and Miss Shivani?
yes, because of her temper
And
issues.
uh, and your marriage was dissolved and degree of divorce was passed by London court, am I right?
Yes,
Okay. Mr. Raj, so you and your ex-wife agreed that minor children would remain in the custody of your ex-wife. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. And you are permitted a temporary custody of the children on weekends from 10 a.m. on Saturday to 8 p.m. On Sunday. And terms was fixed by London court. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Mr. Raj, you took the advantage of the weekend custody so that you took your children from London to Delhi. Am I right?
That was for their well.
I'm asking yes or
That
no.
was yes.
Okay. And your father was hospitalized. That's why you departed from London to Delhi. Am I right?
Yes. He got his heart attack.
So, Mr. Raj, did your father came to pick up on the airport?
Yes. He came.
Okay. आपके पापा इतना बीमार थे, हॉस्पिटलाइज थे, फिर भी एयरपोर्ट पे आ गए.
हाँ, वो उनका
So,
फर्स्ट
Mr.
हार्ट
Raj,
अटैक था तो बहुत
okay, कोई नहीं. Next question, Mr. Raj. So, Mr. Raj, when my client, Ms. Shivani, came to India and she demanded that children be returned to her, you denied. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Raj, are you agree that you have regret for having violated the consent decree of the London court, which you didn't take before leaving the London?
I'm extremely regretful,
Okay.
but I had no other option.
Okay, Mr. Raj, you still filed the petition for the guardianship and retain my client for guardianship, custody of her children. Mr. Raj, I want to ask you, you filed custody and guardianship proceeding before the guardian judge Delhi.
Yes.
Strange thing, Mr. Raj. You took the children from London to Delhi without the consent degree of a court, without the consent of lawful guardian of the children, and you still demand the custody of the children. Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions. Thank you.
Second witness.
Hello, beta. Please sit and make yourself comfortable.
Thank you, uncle.
Please tell your name.
My name is Rohan Malhotra.
Okay, good. So, Rohan, beta, tell us, where are you from?
Uncle, I used to live in UK with my mom, but now I live here in Delhi with my daddy and my grandparents.
Rohan, your dad told us that you have joined a new school. How is your new school?
Yes, uncle, me and my sister Muskan have joined a new school and I like the school very much. I have made 2 friends here, Akrit and Kashish.
Wow, nice. Means now you have 3 best friends here, Akrit, Kashish, and your sister Muskan. That's really nice. Okay, beta. So, where you want to study? In UK or here in new school?
I miss my old school, but I like being here in new school also. So, because everybody helps me here.
Everybody helps me here. What does that mean?
I mean, teachers and my best friends helps me in school, and my grandfather and my grandmother help me in my school homeworks and before my school and after that.
Okay. So, Rohan, please tell us something about your hobbies.
I love to play cricket. I also like painting and swimming.
And who plays cricket with you?
My daddy is my cricket partner, and ever since I came here, my grandfather also plays cricket with me.
Okay. So, beta, so whom with you used to live in UK?
Uncle, before I used to live with my mom, but then my mom took us with her at Ajay uncle's home.
And who is Ajay uncle?
He is mummy's friend.
Okay. So, beta, how you used to feel at Ajay uncle's home? Okay. So, how was your dad's behavior towards your mom, your sister Muskan, and you in UK?
Uncle Daddy loves us very much. He used to pick us from school. We used to watch movies when we were together and cartoons also. My daddy loves us the most.
And why do you think your daddy loves you the most?
Because daddy always loves me and plays with me, but mommy once hit me, so I think daddy loves me the most.
Okay. So, who take care of you and your sister now at your home in Delhi?
Our dad and our grandparents.
And who do you love more?
Daddy, mummy, Muskan, and grandparents.
Okay. So how's Ajay uncle behavior towards you and your sister Muskan? Tell beta, how was your Ajay uncle behavior toward you and your sister Muskan?
Ajay uncle used to love us. He brings us gifts sometime.
Okay. With whom you love to spend more time, except your sister Muskan?
Except Muskan, I love to spend more time with my dad, my grandfather, grandmother. We play games together here.
Okay. Thank you, beta. No further question, Your Honor.
Cross.
Thank you, Your Honor. Hi, Rohan.
Hello, uncle.
I'm Mayank, and I'll be asking you some simple questions. You have to answer them truthfully in yes or no. Okay?
Okay.
So, you were born and brought up in London. Am I right?
Yes, uncle.
Is that right that you have been living in London for 8 long years?
Yes, uncle.
Rohan, please tell, have you always been a punctual and bright student of your school in London?
I think so. I was trying my best and I was good in school also.
Mhm. Do you love being in the company of your mother and Muskan?
Yes, I love both of them.
Is Muskan always around you here in India? And even in London, she was around you every time?
Yes, she is with me. She was in also with me in London and here in India also.
Mhm. Okay, Rohan, is it right that Ajay uncle gives you chocolates and loves you a lot?
He gives us chocolates.
Okay. Did your grandfather come to receive you at airport?
Yes, he did.
Wasn't he unwell?
No.
Okay. Do you play cricket with your grandfather too?
Yes, I play with him too.
That's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
Next witness on the other side.
Your Honor, I seek a permission to examination the chief officer.
Yeah.
Ms. Giovanni, please introduce yourself to the court.
My name is Shivani. I'm a British resident. I'm a British citizen and I work there in London for my livelihood.
Okay. Ms. Shivani, what is your relation with Ms. Raj? Tell us the court.
Actually, Mr. Raj was my ex-husband. He's my ex-husband. And we got divorced because of some incompatibility issue. And the decree was granted by London court. And we have 2 kids out of this wedlock.
And what was the terms of divorce?
Actually, the terms, as far as I remember, exactly the terms were that I was given the custody of the children, and Mr. Raj was allowed to meet children on weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays, from 10 to 8 p.m. on Sunday. And if any one of us wanted to get children out of the country, we needed to get requisite orders from the court. Without that, we couldn't leave the country.
Okay. So, Ms. Shivani, tell the court what happened on January 10th.
Actually, January 10th, Mr. Raj took the kids on weekends like he did every time. Okay, and but he never returned the kids on Sunday. I tried to contact him, and when I reached his residence, I got to know that he has left for India, and I was shocked.
Okay. Then what did you do after got this news?
Then actually on January 19th, I applied to London court for warrant of arrest on ground of unlawful restraint of children, which is still standing.
Okay. And what happened next then?
Then I received summons from Court of Guardian, Judge Delhi, enclosing copy of application of custody and guardianship of my children, which the petition that Raj filed in that court. Then I came to India and asked for giving the custody of my children from Mr. Raj, which he denied outright.
Okay. Thank you, Rana. No further questions.
Us.
Jyoti, you are not audible.
Jyoti, unmute.
Thank you. So, Ms. Shivani, would it be correct to say that you are happily married with Mr. Raj?
No, not at all. We had compatibility issues.
Okay. So, will it be correct to say that you want the best for your children?
Yes.
So, is it correct to say that for the best of your children, you rushed into a live-in relationship with Mr. Ajay Khanna after 1 year and few months of your divorce? Was it for the best? Yes or no, Ms. Shivani?
Yes.
So, it was for the best of your children. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't
So
rush.
okay.
There was
Is
a
it
big
correct to
gap.
say that you got to know that Mr. Raj took your children to India on 10th January 2020?
Yes.
Were you worried about your children?
Of course, I was.
You must be worried. Okay. So is it correct that on 19th January 2020, you applied to the court to arrest Mr. Raj as he violated the order?
Yes.
And if I'm not wrong, that is after 9 days. That's very strange.
Oh,
So was it difficult to not have your children around with you?
actually, Mr. Raj didn't do anything like
Was it
this ever
difficult to
before.
not have your children around with you, Ms. Shivani? Was it?
Yeah. Oh, it was difficult for me, very difficult.
Yeah, that must be. So is it correct to say that during this time you were still residing with Mr. Ajay?
Yes.
So it is correct to say that that after your children were taken away to India, you had more time to spend with Mr. Ajay?
No, you can't say that. I was roaming around the court, getting orders. I was learning all the process, what I have to do. I was consulting my lawyer and all. I was not spending time with
For
him.
9 days, for 24 hours. Okay, point to be noted. So, Ms. Shivani, do you
Yes.
consider yourself a careful mother?
Of course, yes.
Is it correct to say that while the children were in your custody, the passports and all important documents of children were supposed to be with you?
Objection. Objection, Your Honor. Irrelevant question. Which are
It
not
is
mentioned in-
relevant.
Yes.
Which are not mentioned in the fact.
So the documents were be supposed to be with you, right? Please answer,
Yes.
Ms. Shivani.
It's not part of the facts.
Yes, sir. Very
It's
relevant.
not part of your pleadings.
Okay. Okay then. Ms. Shivani,
You have
according
not,
to
you have not said that he went to collect the passport from Shivani.
exactly, that's what we are establishing, that Ms. Shivani was so careless that she
That's
was
what-
not even aware. Yes, ma'am?
Yeah,
I think
continue. Stop this question, take a different line.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Shivani, according to my knowledge, the flight from London takes 8 to 9 hours to reach New Delhi. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Objection.
I took a halted flight.
Irrelevant question.
It is relevant. Ms. Shivani, please answer. Is it correct or not?
I took a halted flight.
I'm asking, the flight from London takes 8 to 9 hours to reach New Delhi. It's a very general question.
No need to ask general questions. Ask specific questions relevant to the case.
Okay.
I've
So-
not been to India that regularly. I don't know.
Okay. And it took you 14 days to reach New Delhi. Now, will you agree if I say that Indians have different values and morals than Western countries?
Yes.
Did you ensure that your children did not witness any inappropriate or embarrassing situations?
Yes. Always.
What kind of
No
possible
doubt on it.
inappropriate or embarrassing situation are we talking about?
Appropriate, like you can talk about a husband and wife. They too are very concerned about their children. They don't get intimate.
Objection.
They don't hug each other, kind of thing like that. And even the abusive words, like an adult usually utters
So you are
when he's
saying that
angry.
you are avoiding the abusive words between you and Mr. Raj in front of your children?
Irrelevant.
Abusive words and every other
Not mentioned in a fact,
inappropriate
ma'am.
thing
Irrelevant.
which can hamper a child.
Okay, Ms. Shivani. So is it correct to say that you are a working professional in London?
Yes.
Is it correct to say that in your absence, the children will be left in a daycare with some strange fellows?
Yeah, it's required there.
Okay, Shivani, please tell me who you will trust more, a 9-year-old friend or a friend you just moved in 25 days back?
Sorry.
Who you will choose, a 9-year-old friend or a friend who you know from last 25 days back? You just moved in with him. Who will you trust more?
I will trust.
It's a
Even if the friend
hypothetical
is-
question. Hypothetical question.
Moving on, do you agree that in case of children, a healthy co-parenting is essential?
Yes.
If I'm not wrong, before 10th January 2020, Mr. Raj used to drop your children on time. Did he ever break any law?
Law.
Yes,
I
did
don't
he
know
ever
about
break
law,
any
but,
law in regards
I
with the
don't know about
custody
that.
of the children?
Okay. I can't recall it. I don't
Objection.
know. As far as I
Your Honor.
remember, no.
What type of question?
Were you a
What
responsible
about
wife?
No, Karan.
Yes,
Ms.
I was.
Shivani? Okay. So did you personally made Mr. Raj aware of the new living arrangements of the kids? Did you, Ms.
No.
Shivani? So clearly you failed to communicate about an important aspect of the kid's life and still you call yourself a
Actually,
responsible
yes.
wife.
Actually, yes.
That was all, Your Honor. No further questions. Thank you.
Second witness.
Muskan? Muskan, can you hear me?
Yes, Uncle. I hear.
Muskan, please introduce yourself to the court.
My name is Muskan. I'm 6 years old and I love painting and dancing.
That's great. Muskan, tell us something about your life you had in London.
I enjoy being in London. I went to school. I spent time with mommy, Rohan, and even Ajay uncle. I miss London.
to Miss London. Okay, that's bad. Tell us about the bond you shared with Ajay uncle.
Ajay uncle is very nice. He brought gifts for me, and I love
Mm-hmm.
him. I like him.
You like him. Tell the quote about the bond which your brother Rohan shared with Ajay uncle.
He also like him.
You liked him? Okay.
Yes.
Tell the quote about your weekend schedule in London. What you guys
On
used to
every
do?
weekend, we spend time with daddy.
Spend time with Daddy. Okay. Was there anything unusual happened on the
No.
last weekend you spent in London?
Yes, I spent, but we only came to India just because our daddy brought us to here.
Okay. Okay, Muskan, tell us something about your life here in India.
I like India. I even make friends in school. I play with Rohan, spend time with daddy, my grandparents, but I miss London.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And tell us something about your bond with Rohan, your brother.
Oh, he's my best friend. I love him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And with your mother? Your bond with your mother?
Yeah, I love my mother and I miss her so much.
That's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, beta. How are you?
Hi.
I'm fine. Okay.
Please sit and make yourself comfortable. I would like to ask you a few questions. Muskan, tell us with whom you used to live in London.
Mummy and mummy with mummy.
Okay. Do you know anyone by name Mr. Ajay Khanna?
Yes, he's my mommy's friend.
Okay. And your father told us that you have joined new school.
Yes.
Have you made any friend in New Delhi so far?
Yes, I made 2 friends.
Do you like your new school?
Yes, I miss my old school.
Do you like to stay here in New Delhi?
Yes, but I miss my mommy.
Okay, okay. So who used to take care of you and your brother after your school gets over in London?
I live in a daycare. They
Okay,
propagate.
okay, beta. Okay, beta. And now, who take care of you in New Delhi after your school gets over?
My grandparents.
Okay. And do you love company of your grandparents?
Yes, they play cricket with me.
Okay, okay. And what do you like more? Staying and spending your day with your grandparents who loves you, who take care of you, cook food for you, or with some stranger at daycare?
I miss London, so I prefer London.
Okay. Who do you like more, Ajay uncle or your daddy?
My daddy.
Okay. And who love you more, your daddy or Ajay uncle?
Daddy.
Okay. And what are your hobbies, Muskan?
Painting and dancing.
Okay. Okay, good. And your daddy helps you in painting, if I'm not wrong?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay.
And
Does your
we can do.
mother... Okay, okay. Does your mother also help you in painting or any other your hobby?
Yes, on weekends.
Okay. Thank you, Muskan. No further question, Your Honor.
Mom, you're on mute.
Arguments petition.
Your Honor, Raj and Shivani were in a strained relationship and living separated after the divorce. It has been agreed between the parties that the minor children would remain in the custody of the respondent, with the petitioner having temporary custody of the children on the weekends. The petitioner, out of concern, took the children along with him to India without taking the permission of the court as per the divorce settlement. This step was taken not to violate the rule of the court order but out of urgency. The petitioner filed an interim restraint order against the respondent. The petitioner seeks the custody of his children due to lack of stability in respondent's life. We appeal to this court to take into account the material changes in circumstances that call for a review of the original custody decision. From the facts proved while cross-examination, the respondent has rushed into changing the living condition without any discussion with the petitioner. The respondent lacks the emotional stability and responsible behavior that the kid needs. As from the statement given by Master Rohan in the court states how aggressive Ms. Shivani is with the kids.
If you
From
need
the
a review,
Yes, ma'am.
why did you not go to the original court which gave the first decree?
Ma'am, because the London court has already passed a final decree, so now we are seeking.
No, you want a review. You cannot have a review of another court judgment in this court. You cannot review the judgment of the English court. If you want a review, you need to go back to the same court.
We cannot file a case, so we do not have can file the case under the London court.
Yeah, why?
Because we are in India and the petitioner is in India, so it comes
So
under the jurisdiction.
you chose to come to India.
Yes, the petitioner wants to stay in India and he wants the court proceeding to follow in India only.
You're asking me why? Why not
Because
in
the
London?
Yeah, because the petitioner does not want to stay in London. The petitioner wants to be in India with his parents and with his children, and he wants to be with his old age parents. So he wants to be in India, and he took his children from London to India. So now he wants to proceed the custody in India only.
Okay, continue.
Oh, thank you. So, from the cross-examination of Ms. Shivani, the prosecution has also established that Ms. Shivani was an irresponsible and careless mother who took 14 days to reach New Delhi to meet her children. Also, Ms. Shivani stated in front of the court that she is a busy working professional in London, and in her absence, the children will be left in a daycare with some strange fellows. The prosecution has also established from the cross-examination of Ms. Shivani that the petitioner, Mr. Raj Malhotra, has never broke any law and was following all the directions of the London court before 10th January 2020 from the date of divorce. And from the written submission on page number 173, the warrant issued by the foreign court using the shield of legal rights of the parties is ultimately violative of the basic principle, as the sole criteria of that should be what would best serve the interest and welfare of the minor, not according to the legal rights of the parties. We pray to the court to restrain the respondent from taking the children out of the petitioner's custody, as she herself, she did not answer about the question who she will trust more. And lastly, as the parents are already dealing with their divorce, the children should not be subjected on an additional pressure to adjust with their mother's live-in relationship. The kids have settled well here and attending a reputed school. Also, their grandparents will also be around them even in the absence of Mr. Raj Malhotra, which was not the case in London as Ms. Shivani was working. It will be in the best interest that they have the stable support of their loving grandparents, as the children are already navigating through their parents' terrible situation. Thank you, Your Honor. I rest my case.
Second argument.
Your Honor, I would like to draw the attention of the court to Section 7 of Guardian and Ward Act 1890, which talks about power of the court to order as to guardianship. Your Honor, this section empowers the court to appoint a person as the guardian of the minor and his property if the court deems fit. Your Honor, the counsel for the petitioner has clearly proved through his chief examination of Raj Malhotra and Master Rohan and cross-examination of Ms. Shivani and Muskan that it will be the best for the children to remain in the custody of the father and their grandparents. As in Delhi, they have their father for their financial and emotional support and their grandparents for their mental and emotional social support. Children of this tender age requires 24 hours love and care from their family, which they can't get from some strangers in the daycare. For that love and care, they have their father and grandparents here. Now I would like to draw the attention to section 8, which talks about persons entitled to apply for order. An order shall not be made under the last foregoing section except on the application of person desirous of being or claiming to be the guardian of the minor or any relative or friend of the minor. Your Honor, this section talk about who is entitled to apply for order as to guardianship. According to subclause 1, an order shall be made as to guardianship of minor only on the application of the person desirous of being or claiming to be guardian of minor. In the present case, petitioner Mr. Raj Malhotra is the natural guardian of the kid. The word mentioned in the provision desirous indicates someone who is capable and fully available, which Mr. Petitioner Raj Malhotra is already doing through his presence, and also in his absence, his parents are taking proper take care of the children. And not like respondent Ms. Shivani, who was careless enough to left important belongings of children with Mr. Raj Malhotra and was not even bothered about the children not being with her for 14 to 15 days. Moving further to section 12, which talks about power to make interlocutory order for protection of minor and interim protection of person and property. Your Honor, this section deals with the power of the court to direct the person to produce that minor before the court if the minor is in his custody. The petitioner, Mr. Raj Malhotra, was directed by the Court of Guardian Judge, Delhi, to produce the children before the court, and my client duly complied with the order of the court and produced the minor children before the court as per the court's order. Under the same section, the court has power to make an order for the temporary custody of and protection of the minor as the court thinks fit. Your Honor, the petitioner has moved an interlocutory application for the restraint order forbidding the removal of two minors from the custody of the petitioner's husband and by the respondent wife till the time the custody and guardianship proceeding instituted by the petitioner are disposed of. The counsel for the petitioner has established the fact that it is in the best interest of the children to remain in the custody of their father, as he has proved through his conduct that he is competent enough to take care of both the minor children and their valuable property. And the kids have settled well here and attending a reputed school. Also, their grandparents will be around them always. If the interlocutory application filed by the petitioner not decided in favor of the petitioner, the children will have to leave the school in middle of the semester, which started in January 2020 only. This will not only affect the studies going on, but also cause negative impact on their mental health and will be difficult for the children to have a stable lifestyle, as the respondent has already disturbed their daily routine by shifting them with Mr. Ajay Khanna, with whom the relationship of the respondent is not stable. How can she give the children a stable life in London? In the case of Nithya Anand Raghavan versus State and NCT of Delhi, 2017, court held that even in the matter of summary inquiry, it is open to the court to decline the relief of return of the children to the country from where he or she was removed, irrespective of the pre-existing order of return from of the child by the foreign court. Court stated that the fact that the other parent had already approached the foreign court or was successful in getting an order from the foreign court for protection of the children cannot be a decisive factor. Similarly, the parent having the custody was not resorted to any substantive proceeding for custody of the child cannot whittle down the overreaching principle of the best interest and welfare of the children to be considered by the court. And in the case of Rashi Majo versus Sanjeev Majo 2016 SSC 479, court held that simply because foreign court has taken a particular view on any aspect concerning the welfare of the minor is not enough for the court in this country to shut down an independent consideration of the matter. Objectivity and the abject surrender is the mantra in such cases. But it is not. But it is one thing to consider the foreign judgment to be conclusive, and another to treat it as a factor or consideration that would go into the making of a final decision. Your Honor, on the basis of the argument advanced, the counsel for the petitioner requests the court to grant interim custody of both the kids under Section 12 of Guardian and Ward Act 1890 to the petitioner, Mr. Raj Malhotra, till the time the custody of guardianship and proceeding instituted.
We lost last part of Vinay's submission, but I can make out what you said. Second respondent. No. Respondent argument.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, in this case, it is clearly proved that London court passed the degree of the guardianship in the favor of my client, and Mr. Raj unlawfully took the children from London to Delhi without the consent degree of a London court, and he regretted for this. Even he didn't take the permission of Ms. Shivani, who is the legal guardian of the minor children. Guardianship was declared by London court with the consent of Mr. Raj, so he must need a permission of Ms. Shivani. Further, Your Honor, Mr. Raj lied to the court that his father was not well. That's why he took the children from without the consent degree of the court. As Master Rohan clearly stated before the court that his grandfather was perfectly fine, and he even came to the airport for receive them. That means Mr. Raj was lied. The fact is clearly stated, Your Honor, that Mr. Raj had intention to take the children unlawfully from London to Delhi. That's why he cooked up a false story of his father's illness. And when my client came to India for the custody of his children, he denied. Your Honor, I pray to the Honorable Court that please reject this interlocutory application which restrain my client the custody of her children and grant any other order which is Honorable Court deemed to fit. Thank you, Your Honor.
Second argument.
Thank you.
Mayank, unmute.
Sorry. Your Honor, the main legal question in this case is whether this Honorable Court has competent jurisdiction to try this case. To fetch a satisfactory answer to this question, we shall look at Section 13 of CPC 1908, which states that a foreign judgment shall be conclusive as to any matter thereby directly adjudicated upon between the parties or between parties under whom they or any of them claim litigating under the same, except where it has been pronounced by court of competent jurisdiction, where it has not been given on merits, where it appears on the face of the proceedings to be founded on an incorrect view of international law, where the proceedings in which the judgment was obtained are opposed to natural justice, where it has been obtained by fraud, where it sustains a claim founded on breach of any law in force in India. Now, therefore, as the matter related to custody has already been decided by the London court, having competent jurisdiction.
Has it been decided on merit?
Ma'am, actually, the facts are silent on this because
no,
it is.
The facts categorically say it's a consent decree.
Ma'am, it was decided between the two, but
yeah,
had it been.
It is not decided on merit. It's a consent decree.
Okay, Your Honor. The thing is, how that consent decree is heavily tilted towards the respondent, my client. Like the client, the petitioner is having only a custody, can meet for Saturday and Sundays. He can't meet them like all 5 days of the week. So there was a case the London court took cognizance of it, and the case was heavily tilted in favor of my client. That's why she has been given the custody.
The client
And
himself
ma'am,
had agreed to it.
yes, ma'am. And
The
therefore, it would be
husband,
erroneous to try this case.
the husband himself had agreed to it.
Yes, ma'am, he has agreed, but the thing is that he didn't object to it at that time, and that too when the decree was heavily favoring my client. So
Yes.
she was having a strong ground to have kids all 5 days of the week. And ma'am, therefore, it would be erroneous to try this case again here in India. Further, I will further extend my arguments through various Supreme Court case laws, and the first being V. Ravichandran versus Union of India. Ma'am, in this case, where the court, it was held in para 30, the court held that where the court decides to exercise its jurisdiction to return the child to its own country, keeping in view the jurisdiction of the court in the native country, which has closest concern and the most intimate contact with the issues arising in that case, the court may leave the aspects relating to the welfare of the child to be investigated by the court in his own native country, as that could be in the best interest of the child. The indication given in Mackey versus Mackey that there may be cases in which it is proper for a court in one jurisdiction to make an order directing that a child be returned to a foreign jurisdiction without investigating the merits of the dispute relating to the care of the child on the ground that such an order is in the best interest of the child has been explained in L minus in Ray, and said view has been approved by this court in Dhanwanti Joshi. Similar view taken by the court in appeal in H. Infants in Ray has been approved by this court in Elizabeth Dinshaw also. And ma'am, coming to the para 35 of the judgment, the court noticed that merely because the child has been brought to India by respondent, the custody issue concerning minor does not deserve to be gone into by the courts in India, and it would be in accord with principles of comity and as well as on the facts to return the child back to United States of America. The child here was actually the citizen of United States of America, from where he has been removed, and enable the parties to establish the case before the courts in the native state of the child. So this was the first case, ma'am. And when we look at the second case, Surinder Kaur Sandhu versus Harbaksh Singh Sandhu. Ma'am, in this case, just a second, my lord. Ma'am, in this case, the court in para 10 held that the modern theory of conflict of laws recognizes and in any event prefers the jurisdiction of the state which has the most intimate contact with the issues arising in the case. Jurisdiction is not attracted by the operation of creation of fortuitous circumstances, such as the circumstances as to whether the child whose custody is an issue is brought for the time being in law. To allow the assumption of jurisdiction by another state in such circumstances will only result in encouraging forum shopping, which the petitioner has done. Ordinarily, the jurisdiction must follow upon functional lines. And ma'am, relying on my third case, Mrs. Elizabeth Dinshaw versus Arvind M. Dinshaw, Supreme Court 1986. Ma'am, in this case, it was held that it is the duty of all courts in all countries to do all they can to ensure the wrongdoer does not gain any advantage of his wrongdoing. And it was also held that the conduct of the first respondent in taking the child from the custody of the person to whom it had been entrusted was most reprehensible. The explanation sought to be given, namely his father's illness, is far from convincing and does not in any way justify any gross violation which he has made in contempt of the order. Ma'am, it held that the conduct of the father has not been such as to inspire confidence in the court that he is a fit and suitable person to be entrusted with the custody of guardianship of the child, because he has already he's charged with contempt of court, and it will be in the best interest of the welfare of the child that he should go back to United States of America and continue his education there under. Because ma'am, the child has not taken root in this country and he's still accustomed and acclimatized to the place of his origin, the United States of America. Just in this case, ma'am, if the two children are allowed to remain here for more than a significant time, they will build roots in this country, and this will favor the petitioner, and he will gain an undue advantage of his wrongdoing. And ma'am, I would like to bring to the cognizance of this court that India has become a safe haven for international child abductors. In recent years, there have been more child abductions to India than to any other non-Hague country. Not to actually, in these years, the main reason the India is not
What is the source of this information?
Actually, the source is just a second, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, it is just a second. Ma'am, it is loc.government.gov. Ma'am, it is a government based website.
Which government?
loc.gov. Ma'am, it is actually the address doesn't say anything about that. But ma'am, it is a government backed website.
Yeah, but which government? Indian government, some other government?
It doesn't say anything about it, but most probably it is Indian because the defense.
No, Gov is always American.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
If it is not mentioned country, then it is American.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry for that. Ma'am, India was not a part of this Hague Convention. It had a very strong reason. That was safety of women was a major reason of India not signing the Hague Convention, as there were lots of cases of women escaping bad marriages, returning to safety of their homes in India. And majority of cases involved women fleeing, not men, like the petitioner in this case. He has taken the advantage of this, that India is not a signatory to Hague. But the reasons were completely different why India didn't sign it. So Mr. Raj Malhotra doesn't have any satisfactory explanation for his abominable conduct. He clearly came India just to abuse the process of law. Honorable Supreme Court has always been vigilant and has passed plethora of judgment in this regard and prevented such miscreants from gaining advantage from the misconduct. Some of the judgments I have already referred in this court. Therefore, I would like to pray to this honorable court to kindly reject the interlocutory application which restrained my client from taking the custody of the children and grant any such further order as deemed right to this court. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, great. We are finishing on time this time today. So all of you also put your attendance because you are arguing you have not put your attendance. So anybody who has not put your attendance, put your attendance.
Ma'am, we fixed the timer. We fixed the timer 10 minutes short.
Yes.
That's why.
Okay, yeah, none of that. Today we are on time. Otherwise, we've been all exceeding despite having, instead of 40 minutes, we've been giving 1 hour and even then we're not finishing. So on Monday, I'll again put it on the dashboard. Monday, we will have 2 cases instead of 3. And Tuesday, we will have 3 cases instead of 2. So Monday, we meet on a regular time because it's not, we can't kind of prepone or postpone the timing for Monday class because we have a 4th and 5th class. And on Tuesday, we will meet at 12. So 12 to 3 will be Tuesday, 3 cases, and 2 cases on Monday. Other 2 days, we will follow the schedule as the attitude is given. So I'll put it there on the, because a lot of people have left already. So I'll put it on the dashboard also.
Ma'am, I have a question. So, ma'am, in order to make a persuasive story, can we not add certain things which are not included in the facts but somehow related?
This can be inferences. This can be inferences from the facts. But if something you have not pleaded, you have not yourself not said in your statements that the marriage broke down because of these, because of the temper of the woman. You said there were differences between the 2 of us. So you yourself have not made that story in your because in civil matters certainly, whatever you have not put in your pleadings, you cannot add that.
Okay. And also the part where I included the passport thing, so we cannot also add that. So it was just to show.
You did not put it in your pleadings.
Okay.
Because these are the things which because if it was important that no, she was not bothered about them, and therefore your story as you put it out is a lot more that you came to India because of your father's ill health and because the husband because the woman has moved with another person. These are your two reasons which you have given. You have not said anything else about other factors, so build up your stories on these two.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
I think I'll stop recording.
It's still on, ma'am.